As the commencement marshal, I declare that this commencement for the College of Engineering at the University of Texas at Arlington, August 9th, 2008, is now in session. At this time, Dr. Carter Tiernan, a UT Arlington alumna and Assistant Dean of Engineering, will lead us in singing the national anthem. Please stand and place our flag. Alma mater, the words to which are printed in the inside front cover of the commencement program. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Bill Carroll, Dean of the College of Engineering, who will preside over this commencement. Dr. Carroll?
Thank you, Dean Peterson. It's my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, to wish a warm welcome to the summer 2008 graduating class of the College of Engineering. This is a very special year for the college because our 20,000th alumni received his or her degree in the fall of 2007. So this is not only a special day for you, but a significant milestone for the College of Engineering. And since it was difficult to identify one person as the 20,000th graduate, we have chosen to honor all 2007-2008 graduates to commemorate this milestone. So congratulations. Engineering alumni include industry executives, entrepreneurs, astronauts, university presidents, deans and faculty members, just to mention a few, plus thousands of the best engineers in industries throughout the state, nation, and around the world. You will soon be joining their ranks, and I'm sure that you will distinguish yourself and UT Arlington throughout your careers just as they have. I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome the family members and friends of graduates who are here to share this day of achievement. Most of today's graduates could not have completed their studies without the help and support of family and friends, and we're all very appreciative of that support. Thank you. We encourage you to enjoy this special day, to share it, and to make it a day to remember for the rest of your lives. And we view this as a joyous occasion. So feel free to applaud your graduate as he or she crosses the stage. However, I would like to ask you to please limit the duration of your applause so that the next graduate in line can be properly recognized. Now let me introduce the on-stage participants in our ceremony. Carter Tiernan, Assistant Dean of Engineering. Kajal Behbahani, Chair of Bioengineering. Nur Yazdani, Chair of Civil Engineering. Ramiz El Mazri, representing the Computer Science and Engineering Department. Ron Carter, Associate Chair of Electrical Engineering. Keith Weiss, alumni and representing the Alumni Association. Richard Billow, Associate Dean of Engineering. Diana Noble, our featured speaker. Lynn Peterson, Senior Associate Dean of Engineering. Robert McMahon, Dean of the Honors College. Philip Cohen, Dean of Graduate Studies. Don Lyles, Chair of Industrial Engineering. Chu Gun Kim, representing the Material Science and Engineering Department. Don Wilson, Interim Chair of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Jim Williams, Professor of Civil Engineering and our announcer. I also want to acknowledge other members of our outstanding engineering faculty who are participating in today's ceremony. And would they please stand? Thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Diana Noble, who is the Director of the Environmental Affairs Division of the Texas Department of Transportation, or as we usually call it, TxDOT. The Environmental Affairs Division oversees TxDOT's programs developing and implementing environmental policies and procedures, conducts environmental investigations, studies and reviews, and coordinates environmental issues with other state and federal agencies. Ms. Noble earned a bachelor's degree in civil engineering at UT Arlington in 1984. Following her graduation, she joined TxDOT as an engineering assistant in the Regional Planning Office in Arlington. There, she directed regional transportation modeling for the Dallas and Fort Worth districts. In 1987, Ms. Noble was transferred to the Fort Worth district, where she did geometric design and environmental work for transportation improvement projects. She later transferred to the El Paso district, where she did similar work. While in El Paso, she became involved with the development and implementation of the Texas Alliance for Minorities in Engineering, which is an organization focusing on increasing and strengthening minority participation in the engineering, scientific, and computer science professions. Ms. Noble assumed her current position in 1993. Ms. Noble is also an active participant in transportation-related boards, councils, and committees. She represents TxDOT at several national transportation forums and is a member or chairperson of several environmental subcommittees of the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials. She is also involved in the Texas Good Roads Transportation Association, the Executive Committee, the Executive Women in Texas Government, the National Society of Professional Engineers, and the Texas Society of Professional Engineers. Also, the Nature Conservancy and WTS, which is Advancing Women in Transportation. Ms. Noble is a licensed professional engineer in the state of Texas and is a member of the advisory board for the Civil Engineering Department here in the College of Engineering at UTA, and recently served as chair of that board. In this time of increasing regard for environmental issues, it's good to know that we have someone like her to defend the public's interests. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present Ms. Diana Noble.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for having me. Congratulations, you did it. You are about to graduate. Relax and savor the moment of earning a degree in the respected profession of engineering. I very much appreciate your invitation to participate in your graduation festivities. Unfortunately for you, I am an engineer by degree and practice, and my oration skills are best described by a Dilbert character. I can only please one person per day, so likely today is not your day. I will now proceed to bore you with some background about myself, but this day is really all about you. I am one of 9 kids, born in a traditional Mexican-American family. I am a native of Fort Worth, Texas. I first learned to speak English when I started first grade. I went to parochial school all my life except when I went to college. My parents, who are immigrants, impressed upon their 9 kids the following: the family that prays and eats and works together stays together. America is a land of opportunity. And to whom much is given, much is expected. I have been married for 24 years to a wonderful man, Mike. Mike and I have one son, Michael, and we are very proud of him. As Dean Carroll mentioned, I'm a graduate of UT Arlington, go Civil Engineers, and I am a professional engineer. As also Dean Carroll mentioned, I'm the Director of Environmental Affairs for the Texas Department of Transportation. Is there anyone in the audience, including you, the graduates, who don't think engineers are different from other people? The image associated with engineers is very strong and supports page after page after page on the internet of engineer jokes. But I tell you, it's not our fault that most people undervalue the ingenuity of pocket protectors. We love gadgets. We enjoy the challenge of solving problems, of designing tools, planes, automobiles, buildings, bridges, roads, computers, software, industrial equipment, you name it. And we are totally unaware that others think we are nerds. By the way, this reminds me of a story about one of our graduates here today. This soon-to-be graduate was crossing a road one day when a frog called out to him and said, "If you kiss me, I'll turn into a beautiful princess." The engineering student quickly picked up and bent over and picked up the frog and put the frog in his pocket. A few days later, the frog spoke up again and said, "If you kiss me and turn me back into a beautiful princess, I will stay with you for 1 week." A few days later, The student frog took the frog out of his pocket, smiled at it, and returned it back to his pocket. The frog immediately cried out, "If you kiss me and turn me back into a princess, I'll stay with you and do whatever you want." Again, the engineering student took the frog out, smiled at it, and put it back in his pocket. Finally, the frog asked, "What is the matter? I've told you I'm a beautiful princess, that I'll stay with you for a week and do anything you want. Why won't you kiss me?" The student said, "Look, I'm an engineering student and a future professional engineer. I don't have time for a girlfriend." Right? Like I said, I don't have time for a girlfriend, but a talking frog? Now that's cool. Well, for me, I think we engineers are a pretty darn cool bunch. What is cool about engineers? Become an engineer and change the world. That was the farthest thing in the mind of a once young girl from the north side of Fort Worth. Now I need to ask you 4 questions. Number 1, do you remember what inspired you to choose engineering as your career path? Number 2, do you remember what your dreams were before you arrived at this university? Number 3, what are you thinking about here today on this day of your graduation? And number 4, what are your dreams for your future as an engineer? You may have the same answer to each of these questions, or you may not. And don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. The only wrong answer to these questions is to have no answer at all. I remember my answers to these questions. Number 1, my Uncle John, who traveled the world as an engineer. Number 2, I hope I don't have to take English, but I hope I do really well in my classes. Number 3, I'm glad I found a job and I can't believe this day finally got here. And number 4, to make a difference. My career as an engineer has not disappointed me one bit. As engineers, we love to solve problems. We demonstrate ingenuity in the face of challenges and are inconspicuously involved in the everyday lives of most people. And in the many challenges we face, we see opportunities, designing and building fuel-efficient vehicles, trains, planes, automobiles, industrial equipment, processes, and greener buildings in the uncertainty of climate change. Restoring deteriorating dams, levees, bridges, and roads, and faces of fiscal challenges, extracting and creating new and renewable energy resources in the face of depleting sources and costly oil prices. Building, handling, mitigating of waste, water, air quality, congestion issues in the face of population increases and health issues, and designing communication systems that identify us by our voice, our eyes, our fingerprints, and connect you and me to the rest of the world with a touch of a button. As engineers, you will be bound by fundamental canons of holding paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public, and only performing services in areas of your competency. What a tremendous responsibility. Have you thought about what that means and the challenges that you might face in upholding your responsibilities to the public? There is no doubt about the situations you will face, and I can speak to that as personal experience. What makes a difference is your reaction to the situations. Your abilities can take you to the top, but it takes character to keep you there. Because we live in an imperfect world, as engineers we design things to withstand imperfect conditions. We are living in a world that is changing more rapidly and becoming more global than at any time in history. As engineers, we need to remember to try to see some things that are not immediately obvious, and we must anticipate consequences that might result in 1 year, 10 years, 25 years, or more from now. We as engineers are charged with solving complex issues and designing to take into account human error and the unpredictable things that Mother Nature may throw at us. The universe is continually faced by great challenges, brilliantly disguised as unsolvable problems, except to us as engineers. To us as engineers, all matter in the universe can be placed into one of three categories: things that need to be fixed, things that will need to be fixed after you've had a few minutes to play with them, and 3, things that have glitches that give us a reason to make things better. Engineers absolutely love to solve problems. If there are no problems handily available, we will seek to improve and to optimize. Normal people don't understand this concept at all. They believe that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Engineers, on the other hand, believe that if it ain't broke, it doesn't have enough features yet or needs to be improved. To the engineer, the world is a toy box full of sub-optimized and featured poor, soon-to-be outdated toys. The responsibility of engineers is to produce something useful to the human race in spite of all the unknown variables, and that makes you a very, very unique bunch. Although most of us are known as introverts, we spend most of our time watching and studying so that we can better understand the needs of the world around us. We quantify and we analyze the universe, the world, our immediate surroundings, and the human condition, and translate it into an engineering product for what we all strive for is a useful purpose. Unknown to the rest of the world, this is our way of quietly playing an active role in society. Your degrees conferred today are a symbol that you have mastered a very small fraction of knowledge. Just enough, in fact, that you are able to go on and learn much, much more. And as future professional engineers, you have an obligation to do so. So I say to you, never, ever, ever stop learning. Expand your horizons so you pay attention to the exciting adventures in other disciplines as well. For I guarantee you this will help you in your life and engineering work. Today's world of engineering is of complex issues in which interdisciplinary teams play a role in helping you solve. I have no doubt that your education at UT Arlington has prepared you for the many opportunities you will encounter in life and at work as well. Your own life will be much better due to the obstacles and the struggles and the frustrations you've encountered in your life so far, including those as you went through engineering school. And the fact is, you have survived. Remember to be honest. Remember to maintain your ethics and your principles. Find work that you love and that you are truly, truly passionate about. However, don't be irreplaceable. If you can't be replaced, you can't be promoted. So remember to train and mentor the young Dilbert engineers behind you and all along the way. And use your passion to help others and to leave the world a better place. And finally, you need to accept the fact that from this moment on, your situation and your future is in extremely capable hands, your hands. I congratulate you on your graduation and wish you the very best, and I applaud you on this very tremendous accomplishment. And thank you so much again.
Thank you, Diana, for those inspirational words for our graduates and our guests. Thank you. Dr. Philip Cohen, Dean of Graduate Studies, will now introduce the candidates for graduate degrees.
Will the candidates for all graduate degrees please rise? I am pleased to recognize that these candidates, who by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work have met all the requirements for their degrees as specified by their graduate studies committees and by the Graduate Assembly. Congratulations. Will the master's candidates please be seated, and will the doctoral candidates please come forward to be recognized?
Francesco Gentile, Ph.D. Industrial Engineering. His dissertation was Material Flow Control in a Sequence-Dependent Job Shop via Order, Release, and Dispatching Mechanisms. His supervising professor is Dr. Jamie Rogers. Rajiv Kumar, Ph.D. Aerospace Engineering. His dissertation was the least squares Galerkin split finite element method for incompressible and compressible Navier-Stokes equations. His supervising professor was Dr. Brian Dennis. Mei-Yi Chu, Ph.D. Computer Science and Engineering. Her dissertation was Mutual Information-Based Non-Rigid Image Registration using Adaptive Grid Generation, GPU Implementation and Application of Breast MRI. Her supervising professor is Dr. Huamei Chen. Young Boon Ken, Ph.D. Computer Science and Engineering. Her dissertation was a comprehensive data analysis for biomarker pattern discovery using DNA protein microarrays. Her supervising professor is Dr. Jean Gao. Jang Han Oh, Ph.D. Computer Science. His dissertation was mass spectrometry-based proteomic biomarker selection and sample prediction. His supervising professor is Dr. Jean Gao. Sheng-Chi Jack Fu, Ph.D. Computer Science. His dissertation was a multi-level biomedical ontology-enabled broker, dynamic service-based data source integration. His supervising professor is Dr. Ramez El-Masri. Kyung So Park, PhD, Computer Science and Engineering. His dissertation was Architectures and Methods for Energy-Efficient Querying and Indexing in Wireless Sensor Networks. His supervising professor was Dr. Ramez El-Masri. Amin Reza Mazloum, PhD, Computer Science and Engineering. His dissertation was Yucca Symbiosis, a stochastic discrete event-based simulation software for insulin signaling and metabolism in cardiac myocytes. His supervising professor is Dr. Sajal K. Das. Nirmalia Roy, PhD, Computer Science and Engineering. His dissertation was a context-aware learning prediction and mediation framework for resource management in smart, pervasive environments. His supervising professor is Dr. Sajal Das. Ranjit Samuel Rosenberg, PhD, Civil Engineering. His dissertation was Lifetime Cycle Assessment of Biomaterials Stabilized Expansive Soils. His supervising professor is Dr. Anand Pupala. Kamanun Manusuthigid, PhD, Civil Engineering. His dissertation was Studies on Volume Change Movements in High PI Clays for Better Design of Low Volume Pavements. His supervising professor is Dr. Anand Pupala. Akam Saidul Haq, PhD, Computer Engineering. His dissertation was Design a Signal Generator Using Current Feedback Operational Amplifiers. His supervising professor was Dr. Alan Davis. Muhammad Yusuf Ali, PhD, Electrical Engineering. His dissertation was Passivation of SI 100 Surface and Fabrication of Doping-Free MOSFET. His supervising professor is Dr. Meng Tao. Tri-Dai Lee, PhD, Civil Engineering. His dissertation was Nonlinear Finite Element Dynamic Analysis of Tapered Hollow Steel Poles for Passive Base Isolation. His supervising professor is Dr. Ali Abumale. Mundir Singh Sani, PhD, Electrical Engineering. His dissertation was Novel Algorithms for Detection and Classification of Medium-Low Voltage Arcing Faults in Switchgear and Motor Coils. From concept to realization. His supervising professor is Dr. Wei-Jin Lee. Nitin Upal, PhD, Mechanical Engineering. His dissertation was a mathematical model development and sensitivity analysis of 2-photon polymerization for 3D macro-nano fabrication. His supervising professor is Dr. Panos Shiakoulis.
Congratulations to you all. Will the master's candidates please come forward to be recognized?
The master's students from the Biomedical Engineering Department. Saljo Chervi, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Marshall Austin Brake, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Jignesh Sevachandra Patel, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Santosh Gautam, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Jairam Banjara, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Purat Kadka, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Binod Basned, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Makito Sato, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Santosh Hariharan, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Tinsi John Piramanur, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Ankit Vinod Master, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Aniket Shardrao Wadajkar, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Umesh Jagadesh Bangalore, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Vikram Vishnu Prasad Rao, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Pavitra Raghavan, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Amruta Rajiv Joshi, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Renuka Parlapali, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Akbar Javed, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Danielle Rene Speck, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Shireen Mohideen, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Nayan Jaikrishna Asanani, Master of Science, Biomedical Engineering. Now we recognize the graduates from the Civil Engineering Department. Francesca Enid Sejo, Master of Science, Civil Engineering. Pega Ramanian, Master of Engineering, Civil Engineering. Dharmateja Maganti, Master of Science, Civil Engineering. Surjan Rao Chikyala, Master of Science, Civil Engineering. Kevin Thomas Sam, Master of Engineering, Civil Engineering. Sanket Kumar Suresh Patel, Master of Engineering, Civil Engineering. Naveen Babu Bitla, Master of Engineering, Civil Engineering. Ankit Kiran Kumar Desai, Master of Engineering, Civil Engineering. John Edward Dostart, Master of Engineering, Civil Engineering. Jose Javier Lopez, Master of Science, Civil Engineering. And now we recognize the graduates in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Ankit Chandra, Master of Science, Computer Science. Anthony Chibuso Opara, Master of Science, Computer Science. Chiryush Madhusudan Agarwal, Master of Science, Computer Science. Pankti J. Shah, Master of Science, Computer Science. Nivedita Sarkar, Master of Science, Computer Science. Aniket Pingley, Master of Science, Computer Science and Engineering. Jaideep Padye, Master of Science, Computer Science and Engineering. Vishnu Kumar Galagakari Nagabhushana, Master of Science, Computer Science. Kedar Ashok Kumar Purohit, Master of Science, Computer Science and Engineering. Dipin Ninan John, Master of Science, Computer Science and Engineering. Asif Iqbal, Master of Science, Computer Science and Engineering. Muhammad Asad Safiullah, Master of Science, Computer Science. Safwan Mahmood Khan, Masters of Science, Computer Science. Priyanka Pratap Ankolakar, Master of Science, Electric. We are now recognizing the graduate of the Department of Electrical Engineering. Mukta Srihari Athavali, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Manali Kade, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Varun Shenoy, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Sung Yin Wu, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Vaibhav Indrajit Purani, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Prashant Muthuswamy, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Naveen P. Vital Prabhu, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Pradeep Chandramuli, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Charles Gaboon, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Pavitra Rajagopalan, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Chaitanya Bartan Shah, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Prayas Desai, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Rajesh Chauhan, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Ankit Girish Doshi, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Sumit Kataria, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Pooja Vasant Agawani, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Shivang Hashmukbhai Vyas, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Pravin Kashnath Patil, Master of Engineering, Electrical Engineering. Teju Isabel Jacob, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Swetha Jalapuram, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Maithili Bala Kondapudi, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Koya Mukherjee, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Radhika Virla, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Ashwin Kumar Kolver, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Chaitanya Para, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Krishna Sudhir Kothagundla, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Sivaram Vempati, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Uday Shankar Tata, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Vijay Krishnan Amravasanaran, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Palaniappan Byram Sarathi, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Rajendra Prasad Chigaluri, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Sudhir Anantanini, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Devanshu Bhatt, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Ankit Mayur Kumar Desai, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Prabjot Bandal, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Saptarshi Moitra, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Nirjan Dilip Karandikar, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Ankit Banauda, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Nikhil Vasant Gaurav, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. Arindam Nath, Master of Science, Electrical Engineering. And now we recognize the graduates from the Industrial Engineering Department. Sahil Dua, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Christopher Ryan Oliver, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Diana Luisa Martinez Cepeda, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Nadia Maria Martinez Cepeda, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Sunny Pars Kumar Jain, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Siddharth Pandya, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Supreet Singh, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Pooja G. Afale, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Swati Padakanti, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Akshay Sundaraman Bharadwaj, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Vivan Kumar Saibewar, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Sayam Krishnan Ramani, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Nitin Somakshkar, Master of Engineering, Industrial Engineering. Jagadeep Lashmipathy Reddy, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Praveen Jakabal, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Dilvar Singh Saini, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Narakorn Ingsuwan, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Priya Narayanan, Master of Science in Engineering Management. Masrath Fatima Siddiqui, Master of Science, Engineering Management. Misa Faizipur, Master of Science, Engineering Management. Mohammed A. Al-Mansuri, Master of Science, Engineering Management. Ahmad Bitai, Master of Science, Engineering Management. Vivek Jain, Master of Science, Engineering Management. And now we recognize the graduates from the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department. Misha Nagaraj, Master of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Rushi Gandhi, Master of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Faisal Mosharraf, Master of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Ravi K. Udakari, Master of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Karim Yassin, Master of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Chinmay H. Advaryu, Master of Science, Aerospace Engineering. Brian Dale Mixon, Master of Science, Aerospace Engineering. Kristen Nicole Roberts, Master of Science, Aerospace Engineering.
Congratulations to you all. We will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in engineering. The engineering honors graduates will be wearing blue, white, and orange cords and will be recognized first as each discipline is presented. The grade point averages for honors recognition are summa cum laude 3.9, magna cum laude 3.7, and cum laude 3.5. Graduates who are wearing green cords have taken the Fundamentals of Engineering examination. Passing this examination is the first step for those seeking to become a licensed engineer in the state of Texas. Will the candidates for all Bachelor of Science degrees please rise? These candidates, who by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work will have met all the requirements for their degrees as specified by the department faculty and the undergraduate assembly. I am pleased to recognize that they are completing the degree for which they have been certified. Congratulations. And please be seated. Dr. Noor Yazdani will now present candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in Civil Engineering.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in Civil Engineering please come forward and be recognized?
Mihui Rebecca Lim, magna cum laude.
Dr. Ramiz El-Masri will now present candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in Computer Science and Computer Science and Engineering and Software Engineering please come forward and be recognized?
Ali Aramali Sumani, Computer Science, summa cum laude. Natalie Beatrice Tacconi, Computer Science and Engineering, summa cum laude. She's also graduating from the Honors College. Rabik Maharajan. Computer Science, magna cum laude. Manish Shrestha, Computer Science and Engineering, cum laude. Javier Raimundo Hernandez, on Computer Science and Engineering, magna cum laude. Donna Pinto, Computer Science, cum laude. Victor M. Godoy, Computer Science and Engineering. Jang Bin Kim, Computer Science and Engineering. Mauricio Aviles, Computer Science and Engineering. Timothy Alexander Atkinson, Computer Science. Cameron Lee Crockett, Computer Science and Engineering. Carl Frederick Jaggers, Computer Science. Jeremy L. Crabtree, Computer Science and Engineering. Cody James Maniord, Computer Science and Engineering. Treasure C. Okafor, Computer Science. Nurin Fatima, Computer Science and Engineering.
Dr. Ron Carter will now present candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in Electrical Engineering.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in Electrical Engineering please come forward and be recognized?
Parashrestha, Bachelor, or Electrical Engineering, summa cum laude. Saurabh Bagaria, magna cum laude. Chukam Din. Ayman Farshuk, cum laude. Richa Bhargava, she's also graduating to the Honors College. Robert Daniel Finley. Sheikh Mohamedou Bamba Ndiaye. Christina Marie Blackwell. Valentine Shibekeo Okonkwo. Olunifami Omolobojai Idawi. Muhammad Ahmed. Guillermo A. Raya. Carlos Adam Quintanilla. Terrence Kennerly. Nabil Khan. Austin Rotheaver, magna cum laude. Brian David Tripp. Chuang Hui Ha. Daniel Lee Scott. Eric Scott Gabay.
Dr. Don Wilson will now present candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in Aerospace Engineering and Mechanical Engineering please come forward and be recognized?
Yuta Morioka, Aerospace Engineering, magna cum laude. William Brandon Wood, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. Siddhant Shah, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. Mohamedou Traore, Mechanical Engineering, cum laude. Ruben Daniel Cepeda, Mechanical Engineering. Asim Mohammed Hassan, Mechanical Engineering. James Card, Aerospace Engineering. Hironari Kurata, Aerospace Engineering. Melissa Potisan, Mechanical Engineering. Sharad Kumar, Mechanical Engineering. Nancy Prathupan, Mechanical Engineering. Jose Dolores Rosales, Mechanical Engineering. And Andy Oliver Singh, Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering. David Clinton Smith, Mechanical Engineering. Simon Ocheng Nyangon, Mechanical Engineering. Vladimir Sosa, Mechanical Engineering. Drew Franklin Waller, Mechanical Engineering. Joseph Michael Herman, Mechanical Engineering. Garrett Roland Wright, Mechanical Engineering. Victoria Alexandra Gomez and Friend, Aerospace Engineering.
Congratulations to you all. Representing the UT Arlington Alumni Association is Keith Weiss. Keith is a graduate of UT Arlington, having received his Bachelor of Science degree in Industrial Engineering in 1973. Currently, Keith is a Six Sigma expert at Raytheon's Space and Airborne Systems Advanced Products Center in Dallas. This unit is responsible for the design, development, production, and support of microwave products and airborne radar systems. Keith is a longtime supporter of the College of Engineering and was instrumental in developing several alumni chapters and is a current member of the advisory boards of the College of Engineering and the Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering Department. Please join me in welcoming our Alumni Association representative, Keith Weiss.
Thank you and good afternoon. Dr. Carroll, Dr. Peterson, distinguished professors, graduates, special guests, fellow alumnus. To you, the graduating class of the School of Engineering, welcome to the official crowning of your glory upon academic achievement resulting in this day of graduation for you. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the members of the Alumni Association, we wish to congratulate you on your graduation and welcome you as alumni of UTA. We know that your achievements will reflect honor on our great university. You know, as a student, you enjoyed a special relationship with UTA that represented a lifetime commitment to the fulfillment of your dreams and aspirations. So why not choose to continue this relationship with this great university where you put in so much hard work? Now, who knows what this is? Abacus. That's absolutely right. You know, for thousands of years, it was used for basic four-function math. Slide rule, right? Don't forget to count those left-hand extensions when you use it. You know that it sold for almost $200 and was used for over 200 years. Calculator. Well, it was born in the early 70s, and the first units cost about $100 for a four-function unit. Today, you can get one of these that has 7, 8, and 9 functions, including solar power, for little as $2. Think of the pace and the rate of that change. 2,000 years with an abacus, 200 years with a slide rule, literally $30 to $40 for a calculator. You know, several hundred years ago, messages were painted, chiseled, inscripted on rock, or written on parchment, like the Gutenberg Bible produced early in the last millennium. This form of communication literally took years to accomplish. 100 years ago, how did you send a letter? Why, you sent a letter by Pony Express, and it took 7 to 10 days to go from coast to coast. How long does it take today through the mail system? It takes 7 to 10 days. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I apologize to all you folks associated with U.S. Postal Services. I would like to continue to receive my mail. But think about the literal age of the computer. In literally fractions of a second, you can send your message or your mail around the world. Think of the pace of that change. You see, the point is technology does change, and the rate of that change is exponential, not sequential. So what does that mean? That means as you as designers, engineers, and specialists will be creating or supporting the next technology that changes faster than it has ever been accomplished before. Will you be ready? As a student, you are the focus of the university's mission, goals, and objectives. Today, you represent the results of UTA's mission and the embodiment of her spirit in this region, this state, and this nation. What UTA is, we are. What UTA becomes, we become. Because we are the essence of our university, the Board of Directors and members of the Alumni Association challenge you to continue this very special relationship with fellow students, alumni, and society. This means to keep up with the pace of change occurring in technology today and in the future. I strongly recommend that you stay connected with the educational roots you are associated with. You can help the students and future students of the university in graduating classes that will follow you in this evolutionary process as previous classes have helped you. Our esteemed alma mater, its legacy, and our heritage will always be a part of our lives, and the future of it is in your hands. By participating through the Alumni Association, you will be making an investment in your life, and you will be taking the first step to ensure that our legacy and our heritage live on forever. We believe that strong universities share many things in common. One of the most important is strong alumni involvement and support. Your participation is crucial for the success of UTA and for future students. Let me repeat that again. Your participation is crucial for the success of UTA and for future students. I expect that each and every one of you had to sacrifice with your parents or your guardians or your extended families some way to financially help you achieve this day of graduation. Seize the moment. Give a little back to those that have helped you today. An alumni membership is an extremely insignificant amount when compared to the great wealth of connectivity it can support you with. Consider a lifetime membership. This is quite a bargain when you compare it to annual fees. This membership may seem insignificant today, but has the greatest opportunity to be significant in your future. Parents, guardians, and graduates, look in the back of your programs. Look at the benefits a membership in the Alumni Association has for you. So take some time today, stop by our offices just outside of Doug Russell Park. Stop by out front, see one of the young student alumni members, and talk to them about the benefits of an association membership that can be had for a small investment. We look forward to working with you on behalf of the University of Texas at Arlington Alumni Association. Good luck in your future endeavors, and remember, your new relationship with UTA is just now beginning. And now a modified poem from Nipsey Russell. Continue your college, continue your knowledge, go on until it is through. If they can make penicillin out of moldy bread, then UTA sure made something out of you.
Thank you, Keith, for encouraging our graduates to continue their association with UT Arlington. Now, graduates, it's time to change the tassels from the right to the left. Let's take this one final opportunity to congratulate our most recent graduates. Before we begin the recessional, I have a couple of announcements. First of all, I'd like to remind everyone that you're invited to a reception for the graduates and their family and friends in the atrium of Netterman Hall immediately following this ceremony. Also like to remind you that a streaming video of this ceremony will be available on the College of Engineering website later today. Now, audience, would you please remain seated until after the recessional has been completed. And now will the faculty and new graduates please rise for the recessional.